Thank you guys. How's everyone doing?
Great.
So before we go to our next activity, I guess what Suzanne wanted me to talk about is really finding your own voice. And I can, I'm pretty sure, as I said earlier, like a lot of people here, they feel alone when they're talking to their cameras or their phones or whatever, and they feel like, when you're starting out, you don't know what to do, and you don't know if you're good enough for to be on cam or whatever. And I think I can share that from my own experience because Aaron, Karina, I was behind the camera. I mean, I'm a producer, I'm a director, but I've never really been in front of the camera. When we did all the Bogart the Explorer videos, I was always behind. And it just until recently, and it's funny because I just uploaded my first vlog. Thank you. After 1 million years, though. I'm ancient in this industry. But so I would just talk about my own experience just really quickly. And I think the first thing you have to know in finding your own voice is that you have to know what your voice is. And it took me 6 years to find my own voice. Usually it's my song Bogart the Explorer from Davao City or something, right? Like we would write someone else's voice. That's my experience. My own voice just started last year. I met a guy named Will Dasovich, and he told me hey, you know what? People want to know who you are. People want to hear from you, and people learn from you. So why don't you put yourself out there? And I'm like, I have a fear of public speaking. I have a fear of what people would think. And I think part of that is that you have to embrace who you are, and you should never let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your own voice. I think everyone here is unique, and everyone is, has something to say, and it's something that you have to really just put out there. Second is that you have to sacrifice, and I always tell this to Will is that if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. And honestly, we all want to be big YouTubers, but I think it's important for us to really, really become a YouTuber first. And what does that mean? It means putting content out there because we want to do it, not because of the money, not because of the fame, but because we want to share. We want to create a community. We want to be a community, and I think part of that, and it's leading on to the next activity, is that we want the community to grow, and for that to grow is that you have to know each and every other person's voice, and you have to respect other people's voices and not be oh, mine is better than the other. So to introduce the activity, I hope you learned something from that. I just babbled for 5 minutes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be in our own tables. I don't know if you guys know each other or not, but we're gonna be sharing for the next 15 minutes. Just go around the table, share who you are, what you do, and
Speed dating.
it's like speed dating for YouTubers, right? Okay, so this is funny because we're coming up with this on the spot, but so I think in my head, here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna talk for the next 15 minutes. You're gonna know each and every person, and to make sure that we know that you guys talk to each other and not just did nothing. We're gonna randomly call probably 2 people to share what he or she has learned from the discussion. So so I think 15 minutes. We're gonna put it on the clock or whatever. It's not a game. But I really, really want you to know each other. I really want you to know who the people in the community are. As Numan TV said, as Aaron said, being a creator is not just being a vlogger. Being a content creator means putting out your own content. And there's a lot of people here that you don't know because you don't see them. But it doesn't mean they're never there. So you guys start discussing, and then we'll call 2 people randomly and ask them.